take some pictures today. I might take some of the interior. This is the first day I've had off since I've had this new Bronco. So that's what I plan to do today.
Hey guys, welcome to a brand new edition of Purified Radio with me, Nora and Pure. Hope you've had a great week and are ready for an hour of beautiful new music. I'm coming to you from Philadelphia this week as a little later. I'll be playing at the 8th Live.
I've only got to use it at night.
It's been a while. Last night I had a freezing but fun time back in Canada at Igloo Fest in Montreal. And on Wednesday I was also up in the mountains and played at Belly Up in Aspen, Colorado. It was quite a change of scenery from Florida and Haiti last week straight into the snowy mountains.
It's cold as crap, but the sun is out. It's like 12 degrees right now. So it's definitely cold out. But it's sunny, not a cloud in the sky.
Page Neil Young, Maromo Planet, Simon Bertie, Ezrin, Falberg, and many more. But let's get underway with this week's Pure Discovery. Such a stunning record from Rockers 2088.
I'm running a couple of errands this morning. But I'm also going to go to the park, one of the local parks, and take some pictures. Some of the outside and the inside, maybe some video. Just kind of talk about the new Bronco. So I know in one of my earlier videos I was saying that I had purchased a 2022 Outer Banks with the 2.3 engine with the high package, had a trailer hitch, it had a Sasquatch. It was iconic silver with a soft top. And I bought it because the one that I really wanted, I was told I was never going to find, because I wanted the Outer Banks fully loaded, basically. I mean the Badlands fully loaded because of everything it comes with. You know, the stay bar disconnect, accessories, switches, basically everything you can get on it. And I wanted the Sasquatch, but so anyways, I bought one in late December, and then it was in transit to the dealership, and it finally got there like what, Tuesday, not this past Tuesday, but the Tuesday before. So I waited for about 3.5 weeks, and while I was waiting I did a lot of accessory shopping. As you can imagine, I bought crap, man, probably 20 different things, a lot of little stuff like cargo liners and, you know, inserts and things like that, but also these grab handles, hood struts, just a bunch of little things to make it kind of nicer, kind of customize it, make it my own a little bit. So then a week later, not even, it was like 4 or 5 days later, I was searching online, and I should not have been, but I was. I'm actually glad I was. So I was searching online, just looking at what dealerships had and what was out there, and literally found this 2023 Badlands Lux package 2.7 leather hardtop. You know, it has everything I wanted except for the Sasquatch and the trailer hitch, the tow hitch. So I was like, whatever, I don't know. I thought about it for a couple days, and I called him. I said, hey, do you still have that thing? They're like, sure. I was like, so he said, you can put a deposit down on it if you want. So I did. Felt like I was losing my mind because I just paid MSRP plus markup and all that on the first Bronco. And so I went into the dealership, and the first salesperson I met with there, the experience, let me just say this, the experience was not a good one. I went in and wasted about an hour talking to this guy. He was hemming and hawing. I was like, look, I just need to know your final price. He kept asking me, what's your finance rate? You know, what, you know, who you finance through, what's your rate? And I was like, dude, you need to stop worrying about that shit, because that's none of your damn business. I'm just trying to see if we can work out a deal where I can just, you know, trade in my brand new one and see what the difference is, and, you know, if we can work something out, because I'll pay for the difference if I have to out of pocket. So after about an hour, like, he's walking back and forth, and I'm looking at the vehicle, and he's looking at mine, and he comes back over and he's like, yeah, unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna work out. I'm like, what? I'm like, really, dude? Like, he never even gave me a price. Never even talked about what they would, you know, give me for mine and what their final price would be. So I basically just said, hey, thanks for your time. I grabbed my keys and I walked out. So I was annoyed because it's like I had done the whole salesman haggling thing the month before when I bought the first one. I was like, I'm not doing this again. Look, I'm here to see if we can work out a deal, see if you guys will work with me. And you know, I was just like, I already have one that I love. It doesn't have everything on it, but I love it, and I'm fine keeping it. I'm not going to sit here and play this game. So I left. So it was, I'm not going to lie, it was annoying me. It was frustrating me, and it was kind of eating at me. And I was like, man, that vehicle's right there. You know, it doesn't have the Sasquatch or the towing package, but it had everything else, right? The bigger engine, the hardtop, leather, deluxe package. And I was like, shit, man, what am I gonna do? So I ended up going to bed that night, telling Jennifer, I was like, look, I think I'm gonna call him in the morning because it's got everything I want, and the shit it doesn't have, you know, I could put it on it. You know, I have no problem like trying to do the Sasquatch, you know, once I buy it, putting a trailer hitch on it or a tow hitch or whatever. Because we really just use it mostly for our bicycle racks anyways. We do have a trailer that we tow, and I'll put the wiring harness in later if I have to, but I don't know, we'll see. So I went to bed saying, hey, I think I'm gonna call the manager tomorrow because it's right there and I'd really like to see if we can work something out. And it's shadow black, and it has the 33, you know, the stock Badlands wheels and tires. So I called him and I said, look, I said, hey, I came in last night, and I don't know if you're aware, but it did not go well. I was super frustrated and annoyed. It's Friday night. I already have a Bronco. I was just trying to see what the difference would be and if we could work something out. If there's any way you guys would work with me to, you know, see if we can make this happen, because I know I'm going to take another hit. I know you're not going to give me what I paid for this, even though it's a week old and it's got like 400 miles on it or whatever. I said, but I literally just want to know if you know, work with me and see what's the best deal we can come to. And so we talked about 5 minutes on the phone. I mean, my guess is, and came to a price, and I was like, okay, let's make this work. You know, let's do this. So you know, that's when I put the deposit down. I said, can you hold it for me? He's like, well, if you want to put a deposit down. I said, sure, I will. And so I went ahead and did that. And I'm so glad I did, because I was able to get this vehicle. I did take another hit, like I said in my other video, but it's everything I want in the Bronco, with the exception of the Sasquatch and the trailer hitch. So I ended up going in and picking it up this past Tuesday. Today's Saturday. So I took the day off Tuesday because it was the last day of the month and I had some extra hours to burn at work, and I was like, I mean, you know, I had some extra hours, so I just took the day off so I didn't have to use any vacation time. And I was hoping to get it all done that day. So what ended up happening, there was a difference. I don't know, I think the difference was about 20 grand total between the price of this one and what I owed on the other one, and all the markups and crap included. So I was like, look, I'll just go ahead and finance it, and I'll pay part of the difference myself. So all day Tuesday I sat around waiting for the check to show up. It was supposed to get there by noon and never did. And then it eventually came in around 5 o'clock. I was super annoyed and frustrated. I was like, man, it's dark already. I called the dealership. I was like, hey, you want me to come in? We can do it today, or I can come in tomorrow. And they're like, no, it's the last day of the month. Come in today. So I didn't realize that they were really wanting it done that day. I mean, because at the end of the month sales, I guess, to help them out. I don't know if they would have really cared, but when I called them, they were like, yeah, come on in, because it's the 31st. And I was like, outstanding. So I went in, we did the deal, and so now I've had it since Tuesday, Saturday, and I've been loving it, because the sound system on the first one, because it had the I package, not the Lux package, was horrible. It didn't have the heated steering wheel, and right now, like I said, it's 19 degrees right now, and it was like 12 or 9 last night. So this heated steering wheel is handy. It has all the bells and whistles. It has everything except for the Sasquatch and the trailer hitch. So what I did is I went online and ordered a trailer hitch. I think it's the Rough Country or something. Only like 120 bucks. And then a couple days ago I found some Sasquatch stock wheels and tires that somebody had taken off. Obviously a lot of people are buying them and then they want to customize it, so they take them off and do their own thing with their wheels and tires. So I bought those online last night. They're supposed to be here next week. So basically I'm getting the vehicle I wanted. I'll have to take the crash bars off in the front. I'm sure everybody, you've seen videos about that. And I don't know if I'm going to have to lift it yet, but I might end up having to. I don't think I have to, but I may end up lifting it like an inch. gonna have a trailer hitch. The only two things I was missing, the Sasquatch package, basically, because the Badlands has an awesome suspension setup anyways. It's got the Bilstein, you know, suspension. And then, so yeah, and most of the accessories that I bought for the Outer Banks Bronco, I can use on this one. Because most of them were for inside, for the interior. There's only a couple, because I wasn't going to, the Outer Banks had a different bumper, so I was going to take the tow hooks out that came with that in the front and put a different set of tow hooks. So I won't use that, but I believe everything else I'm going to end up using. And the other thing I'm considering doing, because I like the way they look, is the powder coated tube rails or tube step, you know, running boards that come with the Outer Banks. I actually really like the look of them, and I'm not going to be doing some crazy off-roading anytime soon, so I may actually buy some of those and put those on. I think I have enough of those Ford Pass accessory points, or whatever the hell you call it now, because I've literally bought 2 brand new vehicles in the last month. So I had like 84,000 points. I think it's about $400-something total. So what I may do is end up getting those from the dealership, putting those on, taking these little, you know, rock rails off. And I had bought a pinch weld cover online because I was going to use it on the Outer Banks for the little rough little pinch weld. You know, you can see it when you have the other running boards on. So I may end up putting those on it as well. I don't know if I'm going to need to because it's black. And I don't know if you can see that pinch weld is bad, but we'll see. So aside from that, I'm planning to put some fog lights on. I haven't picked out what model or which brand because there's so many out there. I've seen some with 2, 3, 4 on each side. I don't want anything stupid crazy, but I want something kind of nice. And then I'm curious about the back spare tire, because once I put the 35 on there, that brake light may be a little covered up. I've seen some videos where people do it and it actually works, but it's a little lower. I think it might be almost covered up. So what I may do is just take that off and put one of those lights that are on the inside that light up the whole wheel. Like I see a lot of Jeeps with them, where you push the brake and I forget what they're called. It's like a ring brake light or something. And just get rid of that and just have that inside the wheel. So maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's where I'm at with this. So I'm relieved. I'm excited. I finally feel like I can get on with my life. It's cost me a shit ton of money, but I plan on keeping this for at least 10 years. Man, I'll keep it as long as I can, as long as it stays put together. I don't abuse my cars. I take care of them. I do want to do some trail, you know, we want to do some trips where we put the bicycles on the back and, you know, go off-road a little. I don't know about anything super crazy, but we'll see. I'm excited about it because it opens up a lot of potential doors of you know, experiences that we wouldn't have had otherwise. So that's exciting. And I work at home, so the funny thing is I don't drive much at all. And now that I have this, I'm just itching to get out and go ride, as you can imagine. And I haven't tested the top or anything. I haven't taken anything off because I've only had it for a few days and it's been super cold, and I'm only free at night when it's dark, so I haven't messed with it. So looking forward to do that as well. But yeah, so that's the update. And now I'm headed over to, actually headed over to the mall because I bought Jennifer a MacBook Pro for her birthday. She doesn't know about it, but 16-inch big screen, so I'm going to pick that up at the Apple store at the mall, which is just lovely because I'm that guy driving the Bronco to the mall, all knowing his end. But it's just because I didn't want them to ship it, because I wanted her to get it today because we're celebrating her birthday this evening. Otherwise I would have had it shipped to my house. I never fucking come out here to the mall. Maybe like 3 times a year. I order everything online because I work at home, you name it, food, wine, and now Bronco parts. The only place I ever go on a regular basis is the bicycle shop. But even that's been on hold since all the drama with this Bronco buying experience. But yeah, that's where we're at. But so I'm super excited. It rides nice. I like the 2.7 engine. I haven't been able to really like, you know, throttle it and get on it because I'm still in the break-in period. So I've been babying it. I love all the bells and whistles that comes with it. The 12-inch screen. Yeah, it's nice. And I had a Range Rover Evoque. I mean, I had that thing for 12 years, I think. Really nice. You know, it was the plush model, the Prestige, so it was fully loaded. I had that for years and loved it, and I didn't have to spend a whole bunch of aftermarket stuff on it because it wasn't. I'm sure I could have, but it wasn't like this. This is, you know, and that was the entry level, like the baby Evoque. But I loved it. Had 122,000 miles on it, I think, when I traded it. Excuse me, for the first one. Yeah, this is going to be a new and interesting experience. I'm just hoping it all goes well. I don't have any issues with it, and that's where I'm at. So, all right, y'all. I'll keep you in the loop. I'm going to take some videos at some point of the accessories I've added and what all I've done to it. I'm waiting for some hood struts to come in because the ones I ordered before, I actually left them on the other Bronco because they weren't as strong as I wanted. And I realized when I looked at the company website, they had 3 different versions, like a base, a mid, and then a high model. And I was like, well, shit, no wonder. So this time I ordered the beefier one. So I'm hoping it works out well. I'm supposed to get her today. But yeah, I'll be adding a bunch of new stuff to this thing in the next couple weeks to hopefully include the Sasquatch wheels and tires. I'm probably going to leave the standard flares on. Just to, I mean, I've seen people do it. And they, you know, they say it leaves a little bit of poke, and I'm fine with that. I do like the way it looks. I'm gonna see when it gets here, when I have them on, if I'm really okay with that, because I am pretty particular, like most people. So if I like it, I'll leave it. And I have the matted mud flaps that I'm gonna put on, and I'm curious how that's gonna look with the standard flares. But yeah, I'm excited. Get it all the way I want it. And I thought about ordering one initially, and I was like, man, that thing may never get here for a year or 2 years. It may never show up because, you know, they keep saying, well, you got to leave like 8 out of 10 things off to get it quickly. And I'm like, what the hell, man? That's why I ended up doing what I did, because I wanted it quick. And I was like, what do you have coming in? Are they all spoken for? If not, how close can we get to what I want? So yeah, I'm excited. All right, y'all.